Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be learning how to cut this beautiful asymmetric gown with gathers. So if it's something you would love to learn, please keep on watching, like, share and subscribe. So let's go right into the main video. So this line up here is our shoulder line and our starting line as well. So we're going to be taking all of our measurement downwards from this line. So I'm going to place my tape. I'm going to take my bust point. From my shoulder to my bust point is 10 inches. So I'm going to mark that all the way to get a straight line. I'll go ahead and extend the point across. I'm still going to come down from my shoulder line to mark my under bust line. From my shoulder to my under bust is 13 inches. So if you're following the tutorial, go ahead and measure from your shoulder to your under bust and mark it. So I'll extend the point across. I'll come down to mark my waistline. My waistline, from my shoulder to my waistline in front is 16 inches. I'm going to mark that all the way to get a straight line. I'll go ahead and extend the point across. Then from the waistline, I'm going to come down to mark my hip point. From my waist to my hip is 9 inches. I will mark that all the way to get a straight line as well. Then I will extend the line across. So this is my hip line, my waistline, my under bust, my bust and my shoulder line. So I'll come to the shoulder line, divide my shoulder by 2. My shoulder is 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. I'll mark it right there. Then at that point, I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. Then I'll come here to mark my neck depth width of 3 inches. Then I'll connect the shoulder slope into the neck like this. Then I'm going to come here to mark my neck depth of 3 inches. Then I'll connect from the neck width all the way to the neck depth like this. Then I'll come down from the shoulder slant to mark my arm length. And how to get your arm length, divide your bust by 6, then add 1.5 inches to the measurement. I got 7. Then I'll go ahead and extend the point across. So this now become our chest line. So what we have as our shoulder line here, I'm going to mark it on the chest line. Then I'm going to connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the point we just marked. So I'm going to come to this line here and divide it into 2 equal halves to get the midpoint. At that point, I will go in by half an inch. Then I'll come to the bust chest line, divide my bust by 4. Then I'll connect all the points together to form my armhole. So the next thing is to mark our dart, and to mark our dart we divide our bust span by 2. That is our nipple to nipple measurement by 2, and mine is 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. I'll mark it on the bust line, under bust and waistline. Then from the waistline I'll come down by 6 inches, then mark my bust span at that point. So this is where I want the dart to stop. I'll go ahead and connect all the dots together with a straight line. Then I'll come to the waistline, mark half an inch on both sides of the line. Then I'll come down by 1 inch from the bust line. Then I'll go ahead and connect my dart. So the next thing is to impute our round body measurement. I've already marked my bust measurement. I'll come to the under bust, divided by 4, mark it, then add 1 inch for sewing allowance. I'll come to the waist, divide my waist by 4, then mark it, then replace the 1 inch for that, then add my sewing allowance. I'll come to the hip, divide my hip by 4, then I'll add my sewing allowance. I'll come and add the sewing allowance on the bust line as well. I'll go ahead and connect all the points together. So the next thing is to mark our bust dart, and to mark your bust dart is the difference you have from your shoulder to your waist in front and your shoulder to your waist at the back. My shoulder to my waist in front is 16, while my shoulder to my waist at the back is 14.5. So the difference is 1.5. So I came down by 1.5 inches from the bust line, then I connected it back to our dart line. So this is basically it for the front. So I'll go ahead and trace everything on the other part with my tracing wheel, because it's an asymmetric dress, so we're supposed to cut it open. Use your tracing wheel and trace everything out. I'll transfer all the lines to the other part. So the next thing we are going to do right now is to create that slant we have on the dress. So you decide on where you want your slant to be, either on the right or on the left side. So from here I'm going to come down from the waistline by 1 inch. Then on the other side I'm going to go down from the hip line by 2 inches. If you watch the thumbnail closely, you notice that the slant is not exactly on the hip line, it's a little bit below the hip line. So I'll just connect from these 2 inches all the way to the 1 inch we came down from the waist. Use your pencil to do this so that you can adjust the line if you are not satisfied with it. So this is basically it. I'll go ahead and cut it out. So this is it for the front. We'll keep this aside so we can work on the back pattern. So I've already gone ahead to rule out the necessary lines we need, and then I add zipper allowance of 1.5 inches. For my shoulder to my waist at the back is 14.5, as you can see there. So the next thing is to impute our round body measurements. My shoulder divided by 2, I'm going to mark it on the shoulder line. Then at that point I'm going to come down by 1 inch for our shoulder slope. Then I'll come here to mark my neck width of 3 inches, just the way we did in front. Then I'll connect it to the neck. So I'm going to mark my neck depth of 1.5 inches, and then I'm going to connect from the neck width all the way to that 1.5 inches into the zipper allowance. Then I'm going to come down from here to mark my chest line. Then I'm going to rule this point across, just the way we did on the front pattern. We are literally repeating everything we did on the front pattern. Then I'll mark my shoulder measurements here to get a straight line. I'll connect from the shoulder slant all the way to this point we just marked. So the next thing is to mark the midpoint of this line. I'm going to mark the midpoint, but we are not going in by half an inch because this is the back pattern. Then I'm going to mark my bust circumference by 4 here, and then I'll connect from here to the midpoint. Then we'll now have our armhole. So the next thing is to mark our darts. I'm going to divide my nipple to nipple measurement by 2, which is 3.5. Then I'll mark it on the bust line, under bust waistline. Then from the waistline I'll come down by 6 inches, just the way we did on the back front pattern. Then I'll mark my nipple to nipple measurement here as well. Then I'll connect all this point with a straight line. We are basically repeating everything we did on the front pattern. Then on the waistline I'm going to mark half an inch on both sides of this line to create our dart. Then I'll mark my dart out. So the next thing is to impute our round body measurement by bust divided by 4. I'll mark it here, then add 1 inch for seam allowance. I'll come to the under bust, divide my under bust by 4, add my sewing allowance. I'll come to the waistline, divide my waist by 4, replace the 1 inch for that, then add my sewing allowance. Make sure all your measurements are taken after the zipper allowance. I'll divide my hip here, then add my sewing allowance. I'll go ahead and connect all these points together. So I'll go ahead and trace this out also. I'll come to the waistline, mark half an inch to prevent our zip from bulging after sewing. I'll slant it up and then slant it down like so. So we don't need this area, we're going to cut it out. So I'll go ahead and cut this area out like this before we open it up. So I've already gone ahead to trace this out on the other side. I'll come down from the hip line by 2 inches, just the way we did on the front pattern. Then from the waist here I'll come down by 1 inch. Then I'm going to connect all the way to meet this 1 inch. Use your pencil to do this so that you can easily adjust the line if you are not okay with it. When drawing out this slant on the back pattern, make sure it's on the same side with the front. I hope you understand what I mean. Make sure the slant is on the same side with the front so that you don't have them on different side. You don't have the slant on different side. Make sure they are on the same side. So I'll go ahead and cut this out. So this is basically it for the back. So I'm going to tear the zipper open because we're supposed to have 2 pieces of this for the back. I'll just tear the zipper open like this. So this is it. So when you are cutting this on your fabric, make sure you face them right side to right side before you cut on your fabric so that you don't have the slant on different side. So that is all for the upper bodies. For the down part, you either do slash and spread method and then gather it into the upper bodice, or you cut a long material and then gather it to the upper bodice. So that is basically it for the pattern drafting. Thank you so much for staying tuned. See you in my next video.